Hey guys, let me know if you can see or hear me. I'm just going to type here. Let me know if you're here. I'm using a new tool, so I'm going to also bring this up on my YouTube app and just make sure that this is working, all the things. So if you are here live, I would love to hear from you. So let me just check all the things. Mm-mm. Your videos. Too sure if I can actually. Let me see if I can do it um, from my email. But I'm super excited. Oh, I feel what I would love to know is if you are here live, let me know. Hey, Shreddy, does my face look really huge? Like I'm looking at the camera and I'm just like, dang, that looks really big, at least on my end. I feel very zoomed in. I'm going to have to figure out how to not feel like I'm taking up the whole screen. So let me see. So Shreddy, you can see me, which is awesome. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. So I don't look too, it does make me look quite big. So super weird. Anyway, hey Sue, great to see you here. I'm just going to give it a little bit of time to see if everybody is going to be here on time, what that looks like. And I'm just going to make sure that my audio. There is currently a rubbish truck pulling up outside. Yeah, Shreddy, it is bigger than usual. I'm just like, I need to back up. I don't know why. I'll have to check out what the reason for that is. Maybe I can. No, it doesn't seem to tell me that I can reduce the size of my camera, but that's fine. But I'm super excited for Lives with Lise. I'm also excited that I could find a name that actually kind of rhymed because Lise is sometimes not the easiest name to kind of rhyme stuff with. So, really, what these lives are for is number one, to connect with you guys. I love chatting, and because I'm not super, what's the word? I'm not on social media, right? I am on social media, I have a presence, but I don't like spending my time on social media. But I do like chatting to you guys. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to test it and trial it and see what happens. So I'm committing to doing these lives up until basically mid December because I take time off. So basically from mid-December to mid-January, 4 weeks, I'll be offline. So you should see at least for the rest of October that these are scheduled, and then I'm going to go in and schedule the rest. But I'm super excited. Hey Min, so good to see you here. So yeah, so basically, if you've got any questions, and I'm an open book, right? So if you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in here. But today I did want to speak a little bit more about Black Friday planning, sales, promotions, all the things. And obviously, no secret right now, you have the option to join the Black Friday sales, get it done week, which is next week. It's just $50. Check your email, all the deets are there. But basically, what I do want to talk about is if you're sitting there and you're going, I don't have an offer to sell. I've always wanted to do something for Black Friday, but I don't have an offer to sell. So I wanted to give you a couple of ideas that you have time to create right now. And the email well, it's actually coming out tomorrow. I always write my emails a day ahead. But the email that you guys are going to get tomorrow is so good. So pay attention for that one. But one of the things I said in that email is that often we spend all this time in preparation and planning instead of just taking action. So I really want to encourage you to think about what that looks like for you and know and understand that if you take action, it gives you data. And when you have data, you can make decisions. You can make informed decisions because now you've got data. There's no guarantee that everything that you do is going to work, and that's totally fine. But if you're sitting there going, I don't want to test anything because I'm afraid that things aren't going to work, and I'm just like, how could you know that? So I'm also just going to gently remind you to take action on things so that you've got data for your own business. There's no point looking at somebody else's data because your data and their data are going to be very different. But let's circle back. If you have any questions, feel free to just drop them in the chat. I'm happy to just kind of answer them. I've scheduled about an hour, but if we don't have enough questions to go for that hour, I definitely don't need to hang here for an entire hour. I don't need to talk all the time. But for Black Friday specifically, the things that you want to think about if you're sitting there going, I'd love to participate, but I don't have an offer, or I have an offer, but I don't think it's good enough for Black Friday. So here's the thing. I want you to think about the things that you yourself buy when it comes to Black Friday from a business perspective, right? We all know, like, from a personal perspective, you're probably buying a whole bunch of clothes and whatever, right? Whatever that looks like. But from a business perspective, what do you buy? For me, I buy software as a service, right? So SaaS products. And I'm particularly looking for lifetime deals. That's all the lifetime deals that I currently have all been purchased during a Black Friday promotion. So think about that first. And for those of you that are here, what do you like to buy during Black Friday? I'd love drop it in the comment because be interesting to see. But so, for example, Heartbeat is one that I purchased during Black Friday, lifetime access, never have to pay for it again. And I have unlimited use of it, which means that I can create all the things and host them on Heartbeat and I never have to pay a cent. And I love that. And it wasn't a super expensive purchase. I think it was like $250, $300 for lifetime access. So what I'm getting at here is, what do you have? Now let's think about it from those of you who do have offers. Is there something that you could offer lifetime access to, right? Like, when we're thinking about our Black Friday promotion, it doesn't mean that we have to have this brand new product. It's more about what's the offer, what's the deal that I can give the people in my world. So is there an option for you to just do a lifetime access to insert whatever? So here's a couple of scenarios where that could work for you. If you have a membership, and you plan to have that membership for at least the foreseeable 12 to 18 months, then consider offering a lifetime deal for that. Do you have a whole bunch of courses and printables and a whole bunch of stuff like that already created? You could give lifetime access to those plus whatever you create in 2025. So there's lots of different ways that you can structure a promotion, a deal for Black Friday, but know that your audience is looking for a deal, regardless of whether you yourself are prepared to do something for Black Friday. They are looking. So this is why it works so well, right? That's why people spend the time and effort to really sit down and plan and map it out. And it's exactly why I've set up the Black Friday Get It Done week for next week, to give you so much time so that you're not scrambling. You literally have 2 to 3 weeks if you decide to create something from scratch. So option one, lifetime deal, right? That's only going to work for some of you. Let's say that you are sitting there going, I have like a few things sitting on my hard drive, but I haven't really put anything out into the world. So how can I do Black Friday if I have never even put this out into the world? Well, so this would be a really good forcing function, right? This is the time to actually go, okay, let me actually get this thing done so that I can put it into Black Friday, so that I can talk about it for that time. So hopefully that makes sense. So Mins, you said, I wonder if I can. Oh, I can. I love that. I might have to change that color though. So Mins, you said if you had a membership, which was $27 per month, what would be a possible dollar figure for a lifetime deal? So I would think about it from this perspective. If it's $27 a month, what's the annual price that you normally charge? I would double or triple that price. So think anywhere to $300 would be a really good lifetime deal process. I typically work it out based on 2 years of actual access, and reminding them that they're also potentially going to get access to any new things that you add into the membership and the coaching, right? So those are the things that you definitely want to pay attention to. So hopefully that makes sense. Um, Let me know if it doesn't. But that's how I sort of think through it is what's my normal kind of annual rate, times that by two. Am I happy with that price? Maybe I'll up it a little bit, but otherwise that's what I would kind of shoot for, $200-300. Now, obviously, if your membership is higher priced, then do that accordingly, right? You definitely want to make sure that whatever price you're choosing and setting is what makes sense for you. Um, and whatever you choose to do, particularly on the lifetime deal, I wouldn't make that a regular thing that you do, right? This definitely is, if you're doing a lifetime deal, you're definitely doing that as kind of like a one off. I definitely it wouldn't be something that I would offer every single Black Friday. Now, of course, you can make that decision for yourself. Okay, so let's come back to if you have something sitting on your um, desktop but you haven't done anything with it, right? You've got some content, you've started the process of creating the thing, but for whatever reason, you just haven't put it out there. I would take this as a sign, right? Literally a forcing function to get that thing done, at least minimum viable, knowing that you can update things and offer people lifetime updates to whatever it is that you're wanting to create. And then from a deal perspective, if this is a new offer, then I would say you can offer it at a discounted rate, right? The very first time that you're putting something out into the world, particularly when it's for Black Friday, I would offer a discount. This is the only time you're going to get it available for this price, and it's available for the next 24 hours or the next 4 days, whatever you're choosing to do. Because that's the thing with Black Friday, you have the option to do the 4 days. So Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday. So you have the ability to take part in all of those. Or you could just do a solid Black Friday deal only, right? So 24 hours access, that's it. I would probably err on the side of at least 48 hours. Just to allow for the fact that it is going to be noisy during Black Friday, but this is what we'll be talking about in the Get It Done week next week. If you prepare your audience ahead of time, they're literally waiting for you to send the email on Black Friday, right? So they're paying attention for your specific email. So we can do things like that. But if you're also sitting there going, I don't have anything to offer, right? Nothing. But you know who it is that you want to help. You have a plan for what it is that you're wanting to create, right? It's very difficult for you to create an offer if you don't know who your audience is and you don't know what your business looks like, right? I can't help you from that perspective. That's literally having to come up with an entire business. But if you know who you want to help, and you've been chatting with your audience, you've been building your email list, but you just haven't quite got to the point where you have an offer created, then the simplest and easiest would be to do some type of live element. And what I mean by that is you would be pre selling something. So, whether it's a live workshop that you're going to host, whether it's a live challenge that you're going to host, anything that doesn't actually require you to create it ahead of time is what I would consider doing. And just like the one where we talked about, you already had something created, but you hadn't put it out into the world. And you did it at a discount, it would be the same deal for this particular thing. This thing that you're going to do live, it's obviously not going to be till after Black Friday. You're not doing it during that time. So you would need to make sure you've got a date and time scheduled for whatever that's going to be. But those also work really, really well. That's those are the simplest, right? Either lifetime deal if you're someone who already has a number of products or a membership created, a forcing function to just get the thing that you've got started done and you offer it at a discount, like a founding discount or a launch only discount, Black Friday only discount. And then thirdly, think about doing basically pre selling something that you're going to do live after the fact so that one, you don't go to the effort of creating a whole bunch of things ahead of time. And two, you now have confirmation that people want the thing that you're offering because they're prepared to pay for it ahead of time. So those are the three that I would focus on, and that is going to basically depend on where you're at in your business, right? At the end of the day. Now, I'm going to walk through 5 different ones inside the Get It Done week next week. So, if you want more ideas, definitely recommend coming along to that. But I just wanted to give you some ideas around the way that you can approach this based on where you're at in your business. So, hopefully, that is helpful. Otherwise, let me know if you've got any other questions. Yes, absolutely, Mins. I love that. Make it unique. Yeah, 100%. And whilst I typically do the same offer each year, it's the only time you can get access to that offer. I don't do it any other time. So that's, yes, definitely the unique thing. And the other thing that I actually did want to touch on is that you also don't have to discount. You can add limited time bonuses, as in for the next 48 hours, you can access this bonus when you buy this thing. So there's lots of different things that you do. Um, yes, correct. However, I'm doing something different this year, just to just to keep you guys on your toes. Um, so keep an eye out for my emails because that's where I'm going to share more about what that's going to look like. But yeah, I typically do my H&G credit. Um, Again, something else that's relatively easy to put together, but strategically you do have to think about whether that's viable for your business. So Shreddy, you said I currently have a membership, 2 individual courses and one-on-one calls. How do you decide what offer to put on Black Friday sale? Follow your gut, right? There's no right or wrong answer to this. What is the thing that has been purchased the most this year? That's another way that you can look at it. Have a look at your own data and what does that data tell you, right? Are people gelling with something more? Have people asked you for more things? That's kind of how you can make that call. But at the end of the day, it's really about what you want to do. And it could be more that you decide to craft a Black Friday offer for each of those individual things too. And we can talk about that more next week, Shreddy, but there is no right or wrong way, right? At the end of the day, how I would make a decision is based on having a look at my data and understanding what people have resonated with the most. Like if I didn't have my H&G credits, this is what I would be doing. I'd be going in and I'd be having a look at my Stripe account and I'd have a look at year to date and then paying attention to the things that have just sold again and again and again. And that would probably give me some insight into what people resonate with. And then we're like, oh, okay, well, so maybe I might craft a promotion around that particular product. Does that make sense? Let me know if it doesn't. Um, okay, so you're launching the membership this week. So if I do a lifetime deal on that membership for Black Friday, would it be too much? Yeah. So this is why you have to strategically think things through. You have to look at what you're doing. So you have a decision to make really at this point in time. You go, okay, do I launch the membership or do I wait and do it at Black Friday with a lifetime deal? Because I wouldn't do both. It's just too close together. And your audience would be probably pretty annoyed if they purchased the membership now and then you turned around and offered a lifetime deal at Black Friday and you knew that you were going to do that. It's a different story if you didn't have that planned. So whenever you're thinking about promotion, regardless of whether it's Black Friday or not, you have to really think through what is my plan? And that's why I always have like a 90-day plan in front of me. I don't plan too far outside of that, so that I know what's coming out, what's working, and then I want to think through that, because you just don't, you can't, that's too much. Exactly like what you said. It's not that it's too much. It's more about, what's the perception of my audience? Are they going to be annoyed that they didn't lock in the lifetime deal? The only way that that would make sense to do this is if you decided to do both, is if you turned around and offered anyone that did join between now and Black Friday that same deal minus the amount that they've already paid. So those are just considerations to just kind of think about. But also, you could just simply go, I'm just going to launch the membership, and you could offer a lifetime deal as part of your launch process, right? And that's the only time that you're ever going to do that. And then you don't worry about doing a Black Friday deal for the membership come Black Friday, right? The membership's already launched. Um, yeah, you just have to, it's just really think through. There's no guarantees, right? Like whatever it is that you choose to do, there's no guarantee that one is going to work better than the other. It's just really about, what do I want to do? And you do not have to have a deal for every offer that you have as well, right? So for every product doesn't mean that you need to have a deal. You can just pick one thing and do it from there. So hopefully that makes sense. Um, Okay, let me know if you've got any other questions. Simmons, you said, so you could do an annual amount, lifetime amount, and founding member launch. Yes, correct. So I actually did that with the 1K Lab. I offered a discounted founding member deal for both the monthly and the annual, but I also offered a lifetime deal as well. And I had, I think, about 5 people take up the lifetime option. So yeah, it works really well. Um, yes. Actually, Shreedy, you're already as a member, right? For those of you that are 1K Lab and Cultivate members, I announced in Heartbeat earlier this week that you've already been given access. You should have got an email, like a message from me, a direct message. Actually, I sent it out yesterday. You've already got access to the Black Friday training, right? Where I go through all of the offers. Um, so you can go through that now, and then next week we're going to talk more about those things on. So there's 3 kind of coaching sessions, coaching feedback sessions, and then 5 co-working sessions as well. So yeah. Yes, like most people either did the monthly or the lifetime. That was the split. It was either they got the founding member monthly deal, or they took the lifetime deal. And the lifetime deal was $200, and the founding member deal was $9, and the annual was 150. Or no, it would have been cheaper than that. I can't remember what it was. So they were presented 3, right? 3 options on the page, and then people just chose whatever made sense. So yeah, it just depends, right? You just always have to think about it. Perfect. Oh, I love that. I love, love, love that. Yeah. So for humans, I would 100% think about the lifetime deal for Black Friday. And that's it, right? You don't have to, um, you could do it like the founding member rate, but the lifetime deal literally takes care of everything else. And it's only for Black Friday. So I think that would work really well. Yeah. So fun. Fun, fun, fun. I love this. Always looking for opportunities to promote if there is something happening each month, right? That's what we talk about in the 1K Lab, and specifically on the promo plan from scratch sessions. It's like, okay, so if I'm looking at the month ahead, what is it that I'm going to do in terms of promoting? Because if we're not presenting the opportunity for people to buy on a regular basis, when what are we doing? How are you going to make money? That's the number one question that we've always got to be asking and answering for ourselves. And so, having a promotion plan every single month allows you to do that. And then having a reason to promote outside of a launch depends on the month that you're in. And so sometimes there are special days, exactly like Black Friday and Christmas is coming up. I definitely avoid Thanksgiving is not a time that I would recommend doing a promotion. It would be a time where I would think about gifting, right? That's the whole theme for Thanksgiving. So you just want to think through all the things. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of being intentional with your promotions. So hopefully that helps. So do you have any questions at all? Feel free to ask. Happy to do that. Chat about anything. Um, so coaching programs, all of my coaching programs are Voxer. So no, not in a heartbeat. It's literally just Voxer and a Google Doc. I keep it really simple when it comes to coaching. So it's essentially on email. So they get an email every week for the accountability document, and then Voxer access Monday to Friday. And then depending on the length of time we have together, we would typically do a Zoom kickoff call, but then that's it. So yeah, now, they will get access to all the things, so they will get added to Heartbeat, but the actual program itself is not hosted anywhere else. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I think you just have to think through the coaching component in and of itself and what that looks like. So, like my coaching programs are one-on-one. So there's there's literally nothing for me to like physically host. And if I end up doing Loom videos, I just send them the Loom link. So yeah, I definitely keep things really simple. Um, so Heartbeat did do the lifetime deal a couple of years in a row, but I don't believe they offered it last year, and I don't believe they have any intention of offering again, but I don't know, right? I'm not in behind the scenes with all the things. What I would do is just pay attention, make sure that you're on their email list, right? For any of the platforms that you want lifetime deals to, make sure that you're on their email list so that you get their Black Friday promotion. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if Heartbeat are planning to do anything like that, but it was 2022, I think, or 21. I'm just trying to think when I was, because initially I looked at Circle and I had Circle for a month, and then Heartbeat released their lifetime deal, and I was like, I'm going there. Who wants to keep paying a monthly option? Yeah, I bet you. It's so true. Like to be able to dive in on things like that, it's so, so worth it. Now, Heartbeat is 100% worth it for the monthly fee and to have access and all the things. Um, but who doesn't love Lifetime? App Sumo is where I'd also recommend that you pay attention because they actually have a lot of offers that come out with a lifetime deal. So a lot of the other softwares that I have got access to have come through AppSumo. So if you haven't subscribed to AppSumo, I'm just going to throw it. I'm pretty sure that's their link. Definitely make sure you're subscribed there because the notification for Heartbeat came through AppSumo, but I didn't actually do anything until the Black Friday. So yeah. Um, okay. Let me know if you've got any other questions. Otherwise, this first Lives with Lise can literally end on the 30-minute mark. But it's so good to I love doing these things. So yeah, if you've got any questions at all, I'm always happy to answer them. And then I'm gonna figure out the camera. Like, I am sitting way, way back from my, desk at this point in time, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to make it not so big. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, lovelies. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys next week, same time, same bat channel. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.